How is a screw produced? Screws and bolts are similar fasteners, usually made of metal, featuring a helical ridge called an external thread, male thread. Screws and bolts are used to fasten materials, whose purpose is to engage the threads with a matching portion of similar internal threads, female threads. Generally self-tapping, also known as self-tapping wire, when the screw is rotated, the threads cut into the material, creating an internal thread, which helps pull the tight material and prevents pull-out. There are many kinds of materials that screws are usually used to secure, including wood, sheet metal, and plastic. First step, Prince Fastener manufacturing screw can be divided into a cold heading, hot machining, turning, milling, etc. Second step, cold headings are the use of plastic metal, by using cold mechanical pressure or drawing, reaches the solid metal deformation. Cold forging begins with a large steel wire, which is uncoiled and cut to a certain length. The ISO 8981 standard specifies that the grade of steel has been standardized in the industry. With special tools, the wire is cold forged into the right shape. Basically, the steel is formed at room temperature and forced through a series of dies under high pressure. The tool itself can be complex and include up to 200 different parts with a tolerance of 1% millimeter. With improvements, cold forging ensures that bolts can be produced quickly, in high volume, and with high uniformity. For more complex bolt designs that cannot be cold forged and shaped alone, some additional turning or drilling may be required. Turning involves rotating the bolt at high speed while cutting the steel to obtain the desired shape and design. Drilling machines can be used to drill the bolts. Some bolts can also be fitted with washers during the process, if necessary. Third, hot up settings of the material after heating and pressure processing make the shape of the material meet the design requirements. For all bolts, heat treatment is a standard process that involves subjecting the bolt to extreme temperatures to harden the steel. The bolts are typically rolled or cut when the steel is softened prior to heat treating. Rolling works very similar to cold forging and involves threading the bolt into a die that shapes and molds the steel into threads. Cutting is done by cutting and removing the steel to form the threads. Because heat treatment changes the nature of the steel and hardens it, pre-threading is easier and more cost-effective. However, heat-treated threads mean better fatigue performance. Prince Fastener explains that heat treatment can lead to thermal cracking and minor damage to the bolt. As a result, some customers require heat-treated threads, especially for applications such as engine and cylinder head bolts. This process is more expensive because it requires the generation of hardened steel, but it protects it better. Fourth, Prince Fastener machining is a small batch of special bolts of the 6 corners of the head that are turned into after the milling. Fifth, screw bolt thread, mechanical and manual threading, similar to die. Sixth, milling tail, generally completed by the end of the Prince Fastener cutting machine. Seventh, the difference between cold and hot upset. Cold heading bolt surfaces are more beautiful. Dozen red bolt surface oxide skin does not look good. Cold heading high production is efficiency. General Prince Fastener M24 bolts will need to play red. Who is Prince Fastener? Prince Fastener is a professional fastener manufacturer with more than 30 years history in China, providing a wide range of fastener products for clients from all over the world. We are ISO, International Quality System, approved, and have exquisite technicians and managers from executive to sales, from technology to production, ensuring us fine qualities of our products and a good market reputation. Our main products are drywall screw, chipboard screw, machine screw, self-tapping screw, self-drilling screw, non-standard screws, engineering fastener, high-strength bolts, nuts, washers, anchored, stainless steel screws. Prince Fastener is here for creating quality screws with competitive costs for you and offer the technical supports and exclusive services for your business.